How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to Derby Kingdom. I just wanted to cut in very quick before we started this video. We finally have our own line of stickers. I finally created one that I am happy with, that'll keep prices cheap, and it's actually a fair size. It's not like a little dinky tawny sticker. It's actually a fair size, and they're all just going to be $5 each. So anyways, I'll turn it around and show you our sticker. This is our new sticker, guys. Like I said, this is just for reference. This is the back of a Hyundai Accent, and it almost takes up, the full window here in the back. So I mean, that's a fair size sticker. That's not bad. And I'm just going to be selling it for $5. That's it. Anybody that would like one, please message me or comment or give me a shout somehow. All proceeds are going to be going to next year's event to get our own venue on the go. We have a Hyundai Elantra already, which is doing really good. We got the brakes tested today. They work good. This thing's next. She is not in the best of shape, as you can tell. She's not in the best shape at all. But that's why we're going to turn it into a derby truck. I do have to fix the frame on this side, as she is in really rough shape. She's gone up there a bit, but that's no big deal. That's an easy fix with a little bit of weld and a torch. I still got to get at my door bars. I got to get all this junk off of them. But yeah, we'll get those. We'll get them cut up. But this is going to be our next project, guys. So for next year, for Derby Kingdom, for our venue, we're going to be running light weld compacts and stock trucks. So hopefully it goes good. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoy the video. What's happening today, folks? How's it going? Welcome back. Starting to get a lot of serious work done with this car. This thing is starting to look good, I think, considering what it was when we first got the thing. Not too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. Like I said, door's not going to look pretty ever again. It'll never look straight ever again. But it's pulled out. It's welded together. Semi is not completely done yet, as you can tell by the two clamps up top. Still got a couple plates up there, but I mean, it's there. It's there. And where this seatbelt here was mangled, I thought about just taking the one from actually the passenger side back here, and I'm gonna see if I can try to rig that up, because in one sense it should be semi the same, same side of the car. So hopefully it'll work. Haven't done too much back here yet. I think I'm going to wait until spring, roughly around springtime, before we pop that back window out and ditch the trunk. Just because, well, snow is going to pack in there, and I'm probably going to end up keep building this over the winter. So, I mean, I'm going to need access to it, and I don't want to be shoveling it out. So, we're not going at that. Anyways, rims have been changed. I got one Ranger and one SS right now. I need to, I still got to get a tar for this one and a tar for the other one, because the SS is still too big, and the other tar, actually no, that's a lie. I don't need a tar, I need a valve. I got to get a valve fixed in it. So, we're going to be running the Ranger rims on this one. This one is just obviously temporary, and he's going flat, but what odds. So, but yeah, we got that done. We got the brakes up front deleted and capped off. That has been completely done. You probably can't see nothing in there, not much, but they're off. That's done. That's completed. So my next thing now is, well, I got to get another valve for the Ranger rim, and then we get a Ranger rims dealt with. And then, other than welding this up, I'm starting to beat this down, obviously. I'm going to see how far I can get it down, because these windows are tawny, and I'm after smacking my head up here probably about, I don't know, 3 or 4 times now. It's getting annoying. So we're done with that. I was talking to a few people on WeCrash and Zach's Workshop Facebook pages. And as far as I know, there's only been a couple of these derbied. I got no pictures. I don't have any real information. I don't have any of the real actual drivers, but I've had a few speculate and tell me that they've ran against these cars. One guy in particular said that he was after hitting one like this. It was a team show. He was after hitting his axles 15 to 20 times. And he said the only thing that really happened was bent the strut over. He said he busted the tire, but he said he was unable to break those axles. So I don't know if that was a one-time thing or whatnot, but what happened? We'll definitely have to see. But as far as I'm hearing, these are pretty tough cars for the few that I've heard that has been ran. So I'm happy to hear that. And like I said, I think this is going to be a pretty tough car. I got all the wiring has been removed from the rear. It was actually extremely easy to do. It still starts and runs. I haven't obviously removed it from the fuel pump, but everything from the tail lights right up to these back C-pillars has been moved. So, and nothing's put into a limp mode. There's no grounds back there. You don't get into grounds until you start coming to right here on the speaker deck. They got one on each side. So if you move those, you should be able to drag all this wiring that's up against your doors and same thing with the other side. And you should be able to bring it at least up to where you're sitting to, the driver's section. If not, you might actually be able to bring it all the way in to the dash itself. The only thing that I've seen that's stopping me so far is that little box. Now, I don't know what it is. I haven't unplugged it yet. I haven't tested it. If you can remove that, you would be able to put all that wiring, everything from your tail lights, you'll be able to pull it and put it right to your dash. And I would imagine if you start plucking some fuses and whatnot, and you start running your own fuel pump and stuff, you might even be able to cut that all out. So a standalone harness for these cars is probably not that far out of reach. I mean, I got everything moved up here. Up under the hood. Everything is, that's just like that for now. Everything has been moved back to the firewall. All wiring has been moved back to the firewall. And 90% of it is unplugged. The only thing that's not unplugged is my alternator, injectors, rad fan. And that's it, really. Fuse box was over here, but now it's there. So, yeah, I don't think a standalone harness would be too much out of reach for these cars. I kind of want to do it. I kind of want to do it. I don't think it would be too hard. And a lot of it nowadays is not just straight wires. A lot of it's plug and play, which would make it a lot easier. But anyways, guys, I'm starting this video off here tonight. It is nighttime. But we're going to keep this going into tomorrow. I'm going to get another valve for my tire, get that done, and see if we can't get some more of this body done, I think. See if we can't start getting the rest of this welded in, because like the bottoms are still, well, they're still poked out a bit. This one's in there pretty good. But yeah. We'll get that done. We'll get the rest of that welded in, and then we'll start getting our angle iron on our hood, I guess. Because this thing, well, as you can tell from my last video, is just bouncing. It's just flopping in the wind. So we'll, yeah, we'll get some brackets made up for that so we can keep the hood down, and we'll keep going from that. But anyways, guys, have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. It'll be the same video, so stay tuned. But yeah, have a good one. Alright, we got our hood brackets done. They're welded up. Both sides are done. Holes are drilled. And I go grab some primer and throw that over it, because this thing is going to be sitting here for the winter and I don't want shit to rust up. So, after this, well, that part's done. I'd like to be able to get the trunk done, to be honest with you. Clean a little bit of this stuff out and probably get a few notches and dimple. Get it to curl a certain way. And then I can put this back in. Down like so. I think what I'm going to do, I was going to leave that back window in it until next spring, but I don't know if I want to now, to be honest with you. if I get it done before winter, I can just poke it back somewhere and not even have to worry about it. It'll be done. So probably pop that back window out. And actually, like, nice 2 holes right there. Get some threaded rod to put down through that. We'll weld up a couple tabs probably here and here, right where the threaded rod is too, just behind it. And then we'll probably get another one on each side, like right there, and then right there. And then we can start doing our dish. Man, I'm getting pretty excited with this car, to be honest with you. I think this is going to be an alright little car. I don't know, but well, like I said, the front end and the throttle body is our biggest problem. But I mean, if you get that front end up enough, and we got a pretty good front bumper to go on the front of it, it should help out. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we're not doing all of this, and the first thing that happens is my throttle body gets knocked off. We'll see what happens, but yeah, we'll get this primed up. And we'll see what we get to next. Maybe we will get that front bumper put on. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, we have our bumper mounted back on again, and I'm going to get ready to trim it off there now. And I think I'm going to cut it somewhere around here. Maybe even back a little bit further, maybe like right there. And then we'll cut it so that we can bend it in. And we'll do that on both sides. And I think that would do alright. I don't think they'll allow me to keep my bumper out that far. She's poked out pretty far there, eh? So, yeah, we'll get all of this cut off and see how the front end looks then. What do you think? What do you think? Oh, I think she looks pretty dandy. I managed to get a lot of work done with this done to this thing today, as you can tell. It's hours later. But yeah, we got all of our tabs done, bolts put through them for now. We cut off our bumper. I think that looks pretty decent. I'm not done yet. What I'm going to do is I think I might just like cut out a little square on each side and then beat them in and then weld it to the actual bumper itself. But I think that's gonna look and do pretty good. I think that's alright. I think not bad. And on top of both of that, getting that done, I'm managed to get all this rigged up today. I got to get this mounted. Oh, I got to get it mounted. But yeah, all that's working. Where was? I don't know. Yeah, there you go. Turn it off. Turn it back on. Turn it back off. Works perfect. Now, just got to find somewhere to mount it. I think I'm just going to get a piece of square stock or something. Weld it to the dash, just a little piece of scrap. And bolt it to that, and that should be fine. That's pretty much done. I am going to make up a new ground wire. I just, like, see, this is what I'm saying again with the wiring. Now, I know a lot of people do this, but you can still do it even with these newer cars. I just took the ground wire from up under the hood and moved it back here. So I just got to get that my little control panel, I guess, bolted up to the dash, and that's done. And I got to get my shifter mounted down. That's done. So I'm thinking maybe now tomorrow, if I get the chance, we can start working on this rear end. I don't know if I'm gonna get rid of that bumper or not. It is a plastic bumper, so it's not going to do anything. So pretty much either, it don't really matter if I leave it there or not. So we'll see what happens. I might not. I might actually take it off and see if I can like square off the whole trunk and just like turn it into a wall. But yeah, I want us to get some notches and stuff cut. See if I can't control the way that this is going to be, because the way that this thing looks, I think it's going to actually blow down. I think. To me, it looks like it's just going to blow down. So, we'll see what happens. But anyways, that's the end of this day. I'm done. And we'll get back to the rest of it now tomorrow, I guess. Anyways, guys, have a good night. Keep building, stay safe, and we will definitely see you guys in the next one. If you're not already, please subscribe. And yeah, like I said, keep updated with this build. I think this is going to be something different. Anyways, have a good one.